Welcome back. It is 20 past 4 as we are ready for game 5 of 6 in what is day 4 of the blind football tournament. It is the third day for the men's as Argentina take on England, and how England could really cheer up after, of course, we've yet to see the women or the men's taste victory yet in this tournament on home soil. No doubt the crowd here in the West Midlands hopefully looking for that to change. Well, Argentina would draw their opening game 0-0 with China. England would suffer defeat to Germany, a rival of theirs, as we know, of historic battles down the years on the football pitch, in both the blind football and, of course, in the regular sided football. Now, of course, it is Argentina who they face, who are one of the top dogs in the blind football world. As it doesn't get any easier, these tests for England, they get just that slightly harder. Can they pull off a real strong performance, as we know that they can, by beating Argentina in what would be a real statement victory? Before kick-off, of course, it's time for the national anthems.
Of Argentina.
Ese grito sagrado, libertad, libertad, libertad. Oír el ruido de rotas cadenas, desde el trono a la noble igualdad. Ya su trono dignísimo abrieron las provincias unidas del sur, y los libres del mundo responden al gran pueblo argentino salud, al gran pueblo argentino salud, y los libres del mundo responden al gran pueblo argentino salud, y los libres del mundo responden al gran pueblo argentino salud. Sean eternos los laureles que supimos conseguir, que supimos conseguir, coronados de gloria privada, o juremos con gloria morir, o juremos con gloria morir, o juremos con gloria morir.
Please remain standing if you are able for the national anthem of England.
God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save our King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save our King. Come on!
Home supporter here. There is a loud roar from the crowd, and it does feel as though that the stand is a little bit more fuller than what it has been for the day. And I think you do know that the England fans are in town, as there are several St George's flags, all personally designed, and there are even as well the Argentinian women's team in attendance to give country support to the men's side as well. Well, here's the day's play that has happened. Here's a little recap of what has gone on. We started the day earlier on today with Japan wiping the floor, with Morocco winning 4-0 in Group A, top in the group with a perfect record, 3 wins from 3. Second place would go to Sweden, who would draw 0-0 with England, which would see England finish bottom of the group. Morocco in third. Japan would win narrowly against Thailand, 1-0 in the first game in the men's action of the day. And Italy would beat Turkey in a very good encounter just before, of course, we see Argentina versus England and China versus Germany. Alongside me is Dixie Dean. Dixie, of course, you saw both these sides in their first games on Tuesday. England were a little bit underwhelming. Argentina, China, you said, was one of the better games of this tournament. I just see this one planning out, and hopefully we see an England performance that cheers up the fans, given it's not quite been the most exciting on home soil at the moment.
Yeah, not for the home country. It hasn't been particularly good at the moment. Argentina, very technical side, good at passing. They work angles, and they don't tend to run straight at the defence with the ball. They'll go side to side, wait for the opening, pulling England out all over the place, then going in towards a goal. So, obviously the English players are well aware of that. They've played each other numerous times over the years. I'm just hoping today I see the proper England, because yesterday, or was it the day before that wasn't the proper England. They didn't seem to have any spirit. There was no get up and go. They were really as flat as a pancake. And I know all these players, and I know how much it means to all of them. And to see them put a performance in like that was really, really disappointing. So they'll know that they've got to perform here today, and I'm sure they'll rise to the occasion. They're a good bunch of lads. They've been together for 4 or 5 years now, and they've got a couple of youngsters in the squad as well. They're freshening it up. So hopefully we get a really, really good game, and England just want them to play up to their potential, because they certainly didn't do that on Tuesday.
Well, here is the England side then that is going to line up for this one against Argentina. Dylan Malpass is in goal, number 1. The captain, Owen Bainbridge, is number 3. Daniel English is number 5. Effie Shimwell is number 8. And number 9, the elder statesman of the side, Roy Turnham, is up front for England with the subs Sam Marsden, Issa Amjad, Brandon Coleman and Azim Amir. Adam Bendel, of course, is the England head coach, with Lewis Skyers as the guy behind the Argentinian goal, with, of course, even a flag in support of Roy Turnham in the stand away to my right. Well, let's take a look at the Argentina side then, the side that they think will beat England here this evening. They have Dario Lencina in goal. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. They have Herman Mulek in goal. They have Dario Lencina on the bench. They have their captain, Angel Deldo, number 2 in the lineup. Fruyan Padilla is the number 4 in the Argentina side. They then have Brajan Pereira as the number 10. Also as well, they have Maximiliano Espinillo in the team, and the substitutes then. One of them I mentioned, Dario Lencina, Matias Oliveira. They then have Ezequiel Fernandez, Ignacio Oviedo and Nahuel Heredia. Claudio Falco is the head coach, with the guide being Marcelo Gonzalez as the captain of England, Owen Bainbridge. Shake hands with his counterpart, Angel Deldo, and of course the 2 goalkeepers, Dylan Malpass and Dario Lencina, of course, there alongside the respective captains. Well, no doubt we hope England have got a better performance to come, as we take a look, see and hope that England can get a win. The women's yet to win, the women's side yet to score a goal, as hopefully Roy Turnham, with the flag of St George with his name plastered in white across the middle of it, hopefully looking to bag himself a goal and get England's men's campaign up and running and back on track on home soil. Certainly the fans are in attendance. We are ready to go here, as it will be England who will be getting us underway. They're in their all-red strip, the away strip. Argentina, light blue and white striped shirts, white shorts, navy blue socks. Prepare for a battle, prepare to win at all costs. And certainly Argentina will be hoping to get a win themselves following their stalemate with China on Tuesday, whilst England are bottom of the pile following their loss to Germany. Probably the most exciting group of the 4 that we have on paper going into these men's blind football tournament here at the World Games. Hopefully the Birmingham crowd can really be the sort of 11th man to the England squad and coaching staff, as it will be England who will get us underway here, as the number 5 for England, Dan English, is ready and set to go, and off we go then, as he's immediately going inside the Argentina half of the pitch. Good positive play this by English, really good close control, just going past the 14 metre line, just slips, still going, There were two Argentinian players there to close down in Pereira and Froyan Padilla. Now looking to find the number 15, Maximiliano Espinillo. Closed down by two England players on that near side, one of them being Owen Bainbridge, the captain, and of course Effie Shimwell. The Argentinians look for a pass. The number 9 looking to clear is Roy Turnham. Put under some real pressure by the Argentine on that far side, which is of course Angel Deldo, the captain. Now to Padilla. Coming just over the 14-metre line, just inside the England half in the sort of start-in of their half, just coming away from it now in the middle third. On the halfway line, Shimwell trying to get over to him. Did just knock the number 4 Padilla off guard, but that's good work by Shimwell, still going on. Takes a nick off the Argentine number 10, Brian Pereira, and it will be a corner for England, but that was good pressure by Effie Shimwell there to force the corner for England.
Yeah, Effie's done really well there, forcing the player back. What they need to do, and what Effie didn't do at the start of it, he needs to get a hand on him. When the player's going from side to side, it's no good just running by the side of him. You put a hand on him and you know which way he's turning. It's not a foul. So if the England players can get a hand on them, they'll know which way they're going to turn. But we've got a corner here now, which is all good stuff.
Yeah, sitting in a sort of Marcelo Bielsa squatted position is the Argentinian goalkeeper Herman Mulek. Corner is taken short. English now to Turnham, in and out of the penalty area. The ball has come and gone. Here is now Effie Shimwell, looking to get the better of Angel Deldo. He's really yanking away at him. As Argentina turn and spin away from the sideboard on the far side. England come forward, Turnham shot. Turnham hits it wide. First attempt of the game as an England one, but certainly just trying to get an early positive start on this game is exactly what England will look to do here.
Yeah, it's a good start by England. They're very positive at the moment. Let's hope they can keep it going.
Encouraging signs for the England side as they look to get their first points on the board here in Group B on home soil. Good work here by Brian Pereira, but they've lost out here of the Argentinians as Turnham is away from Pereira. That's good footwork and good play to get away from him. Challenging by Froyan Padilla, who makes a good clean challenge, but Turnham's too strong for Maximiliano Espinillo. Turnham again, closed down well on the 15-metre or the 14-metre line by Froyan Padilla. Shimwell again going right up close and personal to the opposition. Froyan Padilla will go all the way back to the number 12 in goal, Herman Mulek. But you were nodding your head there. That's exactly what you were saying, weren't you? Just get your hand in and make it very difficult for the Argentines to play.
Yeah, he's put his hand on his back, so he the Argentinian player knows he's there, and FA knows which way he's going to turn. That's what you have to do. You can't jockey in this game. You've got to feel where the player's going, because obviously you can't see them. So well done, FA.
There is now Roy Turnham, just putting his body in, not allowing Deldo to get there. Effie Shimwell now to take control. Very good, accomplished play there. Oh, look, that first just eventually was crowded out by two Argentinian players, and the attack has fizzled out. As the ball did not bounce before the halfway line, so England have got themselves an indirect free kick, which won't count as a foul. We have seen that quite a few times today, haven't we? It's just maybe just a case of the keepers just being a bit too keen to get rid of the ball and send up the pitch, isn't it?
They've had 3 weeks of fix. They don't know their own strength. They're just throwing it a little bit long, but I'm really encouraged by this start by England. This looks like the England team that I know, so let's hope they can carry it on.
Going forward it was Dan English, who went for the strike, carried all the way through. Herman Mulek got it again, just about bounced towards the halfway line. Here is now Espinillo, who hits it on his left foot, dropped his shoulder, got it onto his left foot, but fires it wide. So it will be an England goal clearance to get the game back underway, or not use his feet, Dylan Malpass, but instead will throw it underarm, low, to the feet of Effie Shimwell. He looks over. He is fouled there, beg your pardon. The pass was made by English for Shimwell, who went down. Nothing wrong with it. Angel Deldo on the ball. It will be, though, An England corner kick. Certainly, though, an impression is being made that they want to leave on the fans here as England look to entertain and get a very early goal here, Dixie.
Yeah, good work by Effie again. He's really getting into their faces, and this, you say it's the ignorance of youth. He's never played against these guys before. He's 17, 18. He's not going to fear them, so he's really giving it a good go. It's a great start by Effie.
Yeah, there's that Roy Turnham chance, which was a good effort from fair old way out, about 12 metres out. Good play it by Turnham, who we were just speaking about with the first opportunity of the game. Herman Mulek, the Argentinian goalkeeper, now out to Maximiliano Espinillo. Trying to find the number 10, Brajan Pereira, but England standing resolute. There's now Malpass inside his own box, will have the ball at his feet. Take a touch, looks up, looks over to his right, looking to find Effie Shimwell. Surely the number 10, Brajan Pereira, is wrapping himself around him, not quite pulling on him or forcing him down. But he was running the risk there. Good bulldozing run by English. He takes two players down, and we've all got to play for a goal kick. But the Argentinians are standing firm. We have seen England already be really aggressive going forward and not be afraid to make the challenges when they are trying to get runs through, using their strength to good effect, you could argue, Dixie.
Yes, they're playing much better than what they did on Tuesday. Why couldn't they play like this Tuesday? But we're moving on, and I'd say I'm really enjoying it to see an England team play up to their potential. And at the moment, that's what they're doing, and we can't ask for any more.
There is now Brajan Pereira, still goes on. What England don't want to do is concede now. That's a brilliant tackle by Owen Bainbridge. I ain't going to get him through and past him like that, as it will be an Argentinian corner, but how crucial was that challenge by the England captain? A real captain-like challenge.
Yeah, a great tackle by Owen. He's a really honest lad, Owen, and he'll stick his foot in where he's liable to get hurt. Dan had a little bit of time there. He's given a corner away. Oh, it just winds me up, honestly. There was no need to give a corner away there. But great play by Owen.
So Argentina with this corner over on the near side. Maximiliano Espinillo now on it. Adon the sort of orangey, ginger top of his hair, which of course is going with his haircut, certainly standing out from the rest. Here is now English. That's good play. As he goes inside the penalty area, it's gone off Angel Deldo, and it's a corner kick. Didn't have a lot of options there, so he just had to do, and I think the best thing to do was just to run forward and get a corner, and he has done just that, as England can get some players forward here for their corner on this near side. Yeah,
that was much better by Dan. Playing to his strength. He is a strong player going forward, and I prefer to see him up front than at the back, to be honest. He's done well there to get a corner up there.
Well, what is quite noticeable already is that Dan English does seem to be that pivot, doesn't he, between the sort of defence and the attack. And we've seen him in the Argentine half already. We've seen him in the England half and in the final third of both, defensively and attacking. Here's Roy Turnham. Just jinxed and feigned one way. Did just catch the Argentina player cold. Shimwell hitting it against Brajan Pereira, who goes down. Nothing wrong with that challenge. It's a very good one by English, as Bainbridge takes control of the situation and just tells Roy Turnham just to leave it and let me have the ball. Malpass has had a lot of time inside his own box to try and pick up passes, which, if the open remains the case. Here is now Roy Turnham. A little bit of a heavy touch, which sees England get given a free kick. There did seem to be a clip on Roy Turnham. Maybe he gets a little bit lucky that free kick's given, because he did slightly overrun it as Argentina have made the challenge, but I think it's actually gone for a corner instead.
Yeah, I think it was a corner, and I think that's why Roy left it. He's a little bit sharper than what we were, because I thought he missed out on that and it was going to be a goal clearance. But it's definitely a corner, because there's no fouls gone up or anything. So well played, Roy Turnham.
And that was the clarification when you did see the England player just go over towards that far side. It didn't look like at first, to be fair, seeing that it might have been a free kick, but quickly Christian Young, the referee, was quick to say that it wasn't. And a little bit fast off the blocks, so Argentina. We have seen this a few times throughout this tournament. Maximiliano Espinillo was a little bit too over-exuberant to try and block England and them taking this corner. It has now gone to Roy Turner, nutmeg Espinillo, who again just races forward. This time after the referee's whistle, so wasn't going to get penalised for it, but we're around about sort of 7 and a bit minutes in here. Goalless between England and Argentina. Here as the wind is blowing. Real nice breeze to compensate the weather here in the second sitting in the West Midlands. If you shim well, can he get a shot away? Just forced a little bit wide, and then played back by Padilla to Herman Mulek, who had it a little bit awkward with Shimwell just trying to force him one way, but Mulek was good with the ball at his feet and remained calm and composed. Angel Daldo away from Shimwell. Block comes in into the midriff of Bainbridge, who blocked inside his own penalty area. Ball on the far side. With now Roy Turnham battling away. Daldo down, no foul. There were some people on the Argentinian bench who were appealing for that. As battling away is Owen Bainbridge, and it will be an England corner, as now the Argentinian staff can have a word with one of the on-field referees, because they do seem a little bit unhappy that they didn't get a free kick, as there is a mask off the pitch, which the Argentina guide has told the referee about. So it will be for Angel Daldo, who will have that put back on. But it is an Argentinian corner. Did have a right to feel a little bit angry there, Dixie?
No, well, it's English corner, not Argentinian
English corner. Sorry.
Yeah, there was a bit of buffeting and boring back down at the other end, but I thought it was all fairly innocuous myself. I didn't see any particular foul there, but the Argentine coach is not a happy bunny at the moment. But yeah, a good start by England, and this is a good game. We're halfway through the first half, and it's flying by.
Yeah, it is absolutely flying by. You're right about that. Corner taken by Turnham. In now to English. Battling away is Padilla and Brajan Pereira to stop Dan English. Herman Mulek now looking for Maximiliano Espinillo. Good work by Roy Turnham. He's been absolutely everywhere at the moment. There's Turnham full of life and full of beans, even though he's one of the more experienced players in this England team. Bainbridge has lost out in the middle third of his half. Here is now Brajan Pereira. You can just hear the ball just rattling away. Great control. Looking over to the far side as he threads it towards Angel Daldo. Getting close to the penalty area. Good foot in though by Dan English. England solid at the moment. Florian Padilla just coming into the centre circle on the halfway line. You can certainly see technically Argentina are quite strong, but their pass has a little been a bit off key at the moment, as they are now in possession in their final third of their own defensive half. Brajan Pereira to Herman Mulek. Now Angel Daldo, the captain. Left-footed pass along the floor, toe poke to Maximiliano Espinillo. Shot comes in, takes a deflection. Argentina corner, well worked to get themselves a corner here, but before that's going to be taken, they're going to make a change as Ignacio Oviedo is going to go on. And his replacement is going to be the number 15, Maximiliano Espinillo. But whilst this corner's about to be taken, Dixie, we've certainly seen marked improvement from England from their opening encounter against Germany.
Yeah, it's a much better performance by the English boys. Argentina have just about, they're starting to knock it round a little bit. Just in that little clip we had just leading up to this corner, it was a pass from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch. And they drew Dan English out and popped it in behind him, and luckily the English lads have managed to get a foot on it and put it out for a corner. But they've started off really well. They're going to need to keep it going now.
We'll be an Argentinian corner on this near side. Angel Daldo and Brajan Pereira over on this side. The England players all inside their penalty area. They are about sort of 10 yards or so away from this. As soon as the referee's whistle blow, they will go out and close it down. Instead, it's flicked over towards the substitute Oviedo. They did fool everyone, the England players, in not trying to close that down. Very different to the Argentinian way of trying to block a corner or stop it is Turnham, as he fouled there from behind, spotted by the officials. England free kick bundled over by Ignacio Oviedo there, just inside his own half. England free kick.
Yeah, Roy got knocked over just there, and the England bench taking a leaf out of the Italians' book. All jumped up in the air, waving their arms around.
Yeah, don't worry, they heard you. They heard you, don't worry. There's just a little stoppage in the game. There is a timeout called with just under 6 minutes to play. But it's, as we've mentioned, better from England. What they just need to do now is get this goal, as the stand here at the University of Birmingham is more full than what it has been all day. But of course, with England in town, that is going to be the case. The locals seemingly are a little bit more invested in this game in particular. But of course, we do know in this group what happens in the Germany-China game. If Germany were to win, it wouldn't be a bad thing for England, because their final game would be against the Chinese, and then that would mean that they would potentially be on a point. China would be on a point themselves, and Argentina would be also on a point, would be on 2 points as well. So it would potentially not be a bad old day if England weren't to necessarily win this game, but just don't necessarily lose it, because then there's an uphill battle, isn't there?
Have you seen China?
I'm not, no. I'm not.
I don't want to be going into the China game wanting 3 points. I think England can get a point against them. China are particularly good, really strong side. So, they need to get 3 points today. They're going to be struggling against China, I think. But 3 points today will do us good.
Let's hope that is the case. Back underway we go. Play resumes. Here's Dan English. He's a big man to get down, isn't he? But Argentina have kept him quiet so far. Not a peep from Dan English in terms of a shot towards Herman Mulek's goal. As the attacking play for Argentina isn't really been there so far. It is England doing the dominant territory, feeling like they are going to score first rather than the Argentines. Turnham, closed down by Deldo and Padilla. The black mask comes off of Roy Turnham and they will be stopped. It will be sort of an uncontested drop ball here with the referee Christian Young stopping it. As Turnham is given time to just put his black eye mask on. We are just over 5 minutes away from the first half being over. It is whizzing through. Played at a very good speed and intensity, just without the goals to show for it. A lot of these games in this men's tournament have been quite narrow. All barring, of course, Colombia, Spain yesterday, and the Moroccans wiping the floor with the Mexicans winning 3-0. Both those games. There is now Shimwell, very determined as he goes through. Well blocked there by Froyan Padilla. Very good defensive work to not allow Shimwell to shoot, but it's only a matter of time. You feel like he's going to get one shot away on Mulek's goal. There's now shooting for Argentina's Oviedo, blocked by Roy Turnham, who is absolutely everywhere, still emphasising it. I don't know what he's had pre-match to give him all this amount of energy, to be fair. And then Mulek will just drop to his knees and let the ball roll through to him. As Argentina plan a change, Matias Oliveira is going to come on very shortly. A second change of the first half with 4 minutes to play. Here is now Brajan Pereira. Goes down, clear free kick. Referee signals 2 hands in the back. It was Dan English with, Shimwell with the foul, a little bit clumsy there. And there's an Argentina free kick, around about 10 metres out.
Yeah, it was a little foul by FA, but nothing too much in it. I think the Argentinian player was going to go down, come what may. But he had a little touch on him, so he's entitled to go down with it. As I say, FA's quite early on in his career, and games like this will stand him in good stead in his future career as a blind footballer. So he'll learn from that.
Yeah, certainly make him a better player, won't it? And little things like that, those sort of little fouls, he'll learn over time, and more experience. He'll, of course, won't be doing that in the long run, as Argentina will make a change. It will be Brajan Pereira who will go off, the man who just was fouled. And he will be replaced by the number 3, Matias Oliveira, wearing the sort of dark blue knee guards to, of course, help him deal with if he falls and goes on his knees on this 4G surface. Which you can get quite a few cuts and bruises from that I've had down the years. So it will be an Argentina free kick. And about sort of 12 metres out. They have got Deldo in front of the 3-man sort of England wall, or 2 in there. In Shimwell and Dan English. Bainbridge behind them. Turn them to the left of the wall. It'll be interesting to see what way Argentina go about this. As the guy just taps on the right side of the middle of the post, Marcelo Gonzalez. Again, he taps away at the near post, the left post that we're looking at. There is space on either side of the penalty area as well, so it will be a shot from the number 3, Matias Oliveira, and you sort of nod because that's exactly what you thought the Argentines were going to do, Dixie.
Yeah, well, not quite what I thought they would do. I thought they would go down the left-hand side, but I thought the guy who was the other side of the wall would run in behind, ready for the crossfield ball.
There is now Shimwell just inside the penalty area, but door slammed shut, close for now, in terms of trying to get a shot away as the Argentines were able to get back quickly. It's a great ball through towards Oviedo, but smart keeping by Dylan Malpass. He couldn't go out of his box, he just had to dive, stay level, and deny Oviedo, which is exactly what he did. It's the first save he's had to make this afternoon. As it's good work by English. Still going on. Just comes off the back of his ankles. He's now coming towards the halfway line. Ball now inside England's half with English. He's away from Oliveira. Here's Oliveira once more. High flick ball through. Bounces just to reach Oviedo. Goal clearance England. There will be a substitution here for England. First one they've made of the game. As you will see Matthew Shimwell come off as we see the replay of Oviedo's shot on the snapshot. Let it run across him. Then on the stretch, right footed. Difficult shot to get right. He did well to actually get it on target. As England have made a change, as coming on is Brandon Coleman, who will come on and first of all play right up against Froyan Padilla. Here is now English. Battling with Angel Deldo. Deldo goes down, trying to go in with a low challenge, and the effort by English is well held by Herman Mulek. Real powerful, driven effort by Dan English. They haven't quite got enough shots off England in this game, despite probably looking the more likely to score, but that's better from England that it's resulted in testing Mulek in the goal as a shot from Deldo comes in. It was a flying stop by Dylan Malpass, but one he was able to get 2 hands on, but with over 2 minutes to play, both sides not intent on keeping it at 0-0.
No, it's a good open game, and both sides are giving it a right good go. So, yeah, we've got a good game on our hands, and it's only going to get better as the clock ticks down.
Deldo getting it away from English. Second ball is contested. However, though, English just go into Deldo. Enough for a free kick for Argentina. He was spotted by the official on the near side as Maximiliano Espinillo is ready and waiting to come on. Come up from the official in front of us, which will signal for him to come on. As Ignacio Oviedo, who just missed that 1v1 against Dylan Malpass, will be replaced. As coming on will be Maximiliano Espinillo, who did start this game. As Oviedo takes the long walk straight from one end of the pitch to the other one. And off he goes as Espinillo comes back onto the field of play. So we've got around just under 2 minutes to go. Still scoreless this one here. Is Group B back underway in the men's tournament? Only one goal scored over the first two games, and that was for Germany against England. Free kick is taken. On the ground was the number 9 Turnham as well as Bainbridge, but they managed to get back up from the floor and steer it clear to England. Oliveira towards Maximigliano Espinillo. Going in from the near side. Good play, good shot. Good block in there though by the England number 7, Brandon Coleman. Got in the way of the shot, and it's an Argentina corner.
Yeah, it was good defensive work by Brandon, and he stuck to the task. And as the Argentina is about to unleash a shot into the corner, he's put his foot in there and has blocked it out for a corner. We've just got just over a minute.
So England hang on, because it would really change the team talk, wouldn't it, if Argentina were to go in the lead and England were to trail. Certainly it's going to be an intriguing second half, isn't it? And hopefully it's more like the first half. Here is now Oliveira, who does get the shot away. It's a very good block by and English in the way of the shot. And hailing from Sunderland, here is Oliveira. Battling away is Brandon Coleman. Fair battle within the laws of the game. Froyan Padilla just in the centre circle of the England half. Now coming up to the 14-metre line. It's a good challenge by Roy Turnham. He battles with Deldo. Close to ripping his t-shirt off. Both go down. Both though able to get back up. Padilla trying to run through. Goes off English and out for an Argentinian corner. It's they, the ones with just under 30 seconds to go, looking the more likely to score, as they're increasing their chances of taking a lead into the break. As Maximigliano Espinillo is going over to take this corner. Well, we have had a lot of games in this tournament throughout the week so far, the 4 days that have felt like they've been going on for a long time, but this one has gone very, very quick, it feels like. Not sure what it feels like to you, Dixie, but it has feel like it's been absolutely flying by.
Yeah, the better quality games, you know, the time goes quicker because
What's a shot that comes in, and it's offside by the mild passes. Espinillo's shot was kept up well by the England keeper. They've got 15 seconds to take it in at 0-0. Shorter time now. Here is Espinillo. Shot comes in again. It's a good block as Argentina looking to strike it through the heart of the England team. And that will be that for the action. Well, Argentina with two good chances at the end of the half. England have had some opportunities as well. It's been a close fought game, and it's the reflection upon the scoreline. A fair result at the minute, with both with a little bit more to give, but certainly definitely clear to see a marked improvement from England, who did start the game very, very well, as you will see some of the first half highlights. This was a good opportunity created by Roy Turnham. His low effort just sailed wide of the Argentina keeper's post. Another angle of it as he got the shot away. Just was spinning away from goal, to be fair, from the England number 9. Argentina would go close. Their best moment, Oviedo inside the penalty area, staring straight down at Dylan Malpass, but he got his body up inside his own box and was able to shut out Ignacio Oviedo, who was denied. So it was a lovely ball through by the captain, Angel Deldo. He set up the chance for Oviedo, but smart stop by Dylan Malpass. And Dan English would have a go. Right side, out, sort of 8 metres out, had a go, and it was an effort that was low, but was one that the keeper dived on and made a strong save from. As the England team still wait for their first goal at these championships or this tournament, as the Shot came in. Well, Argentina would have a few more opportunities towards the end of the half. Deldo would have one, which Malpass would get a hold of. It was a good effort from a fair old distance out. And about 10 metres out, and able to hold on to the ball was Dylan Malpass. And then from this corner, Espinillo got a shot away. As well saved by Malpass, who got down low inside his box to keep it out. It was a shot that could have ended up going anywhere. It was a very good save indeed as Espinillo hit it. Short from the corner with him and Oliveira, and struck it. So Malpass equal to it. And that's been that for the first half so far, as it is goalless between England and Argentina. We'll be back in just under 10 minutes time for the second half. Argentina 0, England 0.
It's fast, technical and tense. This is your guide to five-a-side football. There are 5 players per team, 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. The aim of the sport is to score a goal by kicking the ball into your opponent's goal, and at the end of the game, whoever scored the most wins. Players must wear eye shades to ensure that all players have the same level of vision. That is apart from the goalkeepers, who aren't required to wear eye shades and can be fully sighted. Their job is to keep the ball from going in the goal behind them. But how do the players on the field know where the ball, or indeed the goal, is? Well, the ball in blind football is specially designed to make sound whenever it moves. Also, each team has a guide behind the opposition goal to help direct them. Each player is required to shout "Voy" when going for the ball. This ensures every player has the cues they need to help build a picture of what's going on and what to do next in defence or attack. To help this, total silence is required from the crowd until a goal goes in. Voy is Spanish for go, and it was the Spanish who are credited with originally developing blind football in the 1920s. As well as the Paralympics, teams from all corners of the world can compete at World, European, Asian, African and America's Championships, as well as a World Grand Prix.
Blind football can be played by both men and women, with the historic first Women's World Championships coming up in 2023.
So what are you waiting for? Give it a try.
IBSA, International Blind Sports Federation, presents, with the support of the International Paralympic Committee, IBSA Anti-Doping App, the first application of its kind in the Paralympic movement, specifically designed for blind and visually impaired people. Athletes, coaches, medical staff, managers, and the public in general now have a powerful tool to stay focused on the principles of clean sport. Scrolling down the main menu, you can find all the important themes you need to know to play fair and be alert to testing procedures and necessary adaptations for athletes with visual impairments. IBSA gives top priority to anti-doping control, being the only international federation with 3 sports in the Paralympic family: goalball, football, and judo. IBSA Anti-Doping App has external links, namely to WADA, where our sport agents can always find the most updated information, especially the list of prohibited substances and methods. Glory in sport can only be achieved by the athlete's awareness of their rights and responsibilities. You can find them on the IBSA Anti-Doping App. IBSA is continuously promoting anti-doping education to all its affiliate athletes and sport agents, not only about the consequences of the use of doping and the risk of using supplements. IBSA believes that education is the major tool to fight doping in sport. Informed athletes can make better decisions. Download the app now at the usual operating system stores.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen history being made today.
Such a great team at these championships.
IBSA. Beyond sight. Feel the sport.
early evening here in England's second city in the West Midlands. And we are 50% of the way there in this game between England and Argentina, which is goalless at the moment. England will go from right to left in this second half. Left to right is where Argentina will shoot into. England in all red, Argentina in their white and light blue horizontal striped shirts, white shorts, navy blue socks. You can see the crowds come in. Of course, there is the main stand to our right, but even behind us as well. And of course, there's a little sort of spot that they can watch from behind in Dylan Malpass's goal. Now it was Herman Mulek's goal, and as well, England have made a change at the break. Roy Turnham has been replaced as Effie Shimwell has now gone back on. For Argentina, it does look as though that they have the same side that ended the first half, which is exactly the case as Angel Deldo is behind Froyan Padilla, and we get going for the second half as Padilla strikes the ball against Effie Shimwell. Battling away with Froyan Padilla, who is on the ball just inside his own half. Now knocking it back to the goalkeeper, Herman Mulek, inside his own area. Just quickly, England then. Dylan Malpass in goal, Owen Bainbridge, Daniel English, Effie Shimwell, and Brandon Coleman is the 5 on the pitch for England. Their substitutes include Sam Marsden, the keeper, Amir Azim, Issa Amjid and Roy Turnham. Argentina are Herman Mulek in goal. We have Angel Deldo, number 2, the captain in the side. Matias Oliveira, Florian Padilla, number 4. And Maximiliano Espinillo. And then they have the substitutes of Dario Lencina, the keeper, Brajan Pereira, Ezequiel Fernandez, Ignacio Oviedo and Nahuel Heredia. Now are Argentina in possession with Maximiliano Espinillo. Good work by England, and in particular English, and it's a goal kick. What's your early impressions of this opening minute so far then, Dixie? You were quite satisfied with England in the first half playing to their potential. We've seen that in a little bit in the second half here.
Yeah, they've started off in similar fashion to how they ended the first half, and now we've got Dylan closest to us, the England goalkeeper. He must come off the pitch absolutely hoarse because he's shouting and shouting, organising his defence, and it's good to hear, because he can see the pattern of play developing in front of him and give out good information to his defenders. So well done, Dylan.
Here to the goalkeeper, Herman Mulek. There he is. Stopped though for a decision. The Argentinian bench not too happy about it. Just going to see what this decision has actually been given for.
I'm really not sure. I didn't see anything, but there's obviously something that's gone on. Oh, I think he must have carried it out. No, he's not. I thought he was going to the corner, but he's not. He's gone to the edge of the penalty area, and it looks like he's given a free kick to England on the edge of the box. Baffled. I didn't see anything.
No foul has been added onto the scoreboard, so it must have just been possibly an infringement of some sort. I mean,
yeah, it must have been an indirect free kick of something. Perhaps there was obstruction there. I don't know. I really don't know.
England might take this potentially if they are to make this count, as there is a free kick here. We've got Brandon Coleman over on the left near side, very close to the penalty area, looking to perhaps take this. Also there as well is Dan English. Shimwell in a very nice position. He's inside the penalty area here, so they may look to go to him here. Maybe just hope to have a couple of bites of the cherry to eventually get a chance on Herman Mulek's goal. Lewis Sky is the guide for England. He's just clipping the posters. Of course, there's been, if you're a new watcher to this sport, a real feature if you've been watching our coverage throughout, which is the guide's role. They do shoot. It goes into the wall. English low into it. Comes off the legs of the Argentinian players. It's always interesting to see how they do approach a free kick. Coleman goes on. Corner kick is an England one. They started well in the first half, and it's deja vu in this second half. They just need a goal to match the control they've got in this game.
Yeah, it's been a good start again by England, and they're pushing the Argentinian side back. And as I say, we just need a couple more shots. At the moment, every shot seems to be being charged down by the Argentinian side, but you keep plugging away, and your chances will come.
England corner on the near side. That's the second time we've seen Maximiliano Espinillo look a little bit too keen. Shouts of a foul for England from an Argentinian player. Play carries on. This would hurt. This would sting if Maximiliano Espinillo can sort his feet out. He is on the near sideboard. Nutmegs Effie Shimwell. Bainbridge there though to make it difficult for Maximiliano Espinillo. Angel Deldo, little chip ball through. Espinillo takes it in his midriff. Vital challenge by Owen Bainbridge. We've seen him do that in this game. It's a real good warm round of applause because that was a vital challenge, as it looks like Maximiliano Espinillo was going to fire a shot towards Dylan Malpass's goal.
Yeah, the 15 had pulled away to the far post area and no one had picked him up, and Owen reacted really, really quickly and got across there and snuffed the danger out at the expense of a corner.
He was just sort of on his opposite side, wasn't he? But did just get in the way of it, which is exactly what he needed to do. And it has led to a corner, which Argentina have taken. Espinillo with a little knock into Oliveira. He does well to get away from the number 7 for England, Coleman. Appeals from the Argentinian guide right behind the goal. He's absolutely flabbergasted. That's not been given as a foul, as are his fellow coaching members. He's almost frozen. He can't believe it. His reaction tells, as the Argentinian bench now do let their voices heard to the referee, who is just telling them just to calm down with a hand signal. They are still not happy about that decision, where they should have been given a free kick inside England's penalty area, but they have got one here from an England foul, albeit at the opposite end of the pitch. Did they have a genuine case for that one, Dixie?
Well, Roy, it was a bit of a mistimed tackle, and I think he did touch the Argentine player, but to my book, he made too much of it. I don't think he hit him anywhere near as hard as he was trying to make out. There was a little touch there, but it wasn't too much. It couldn't have been Roy. I can't remember who made the tackle. No, perhaps Brandon. And but the one at the top end they did get the free kick for. That was a definite foul, and there was a little kick out there by the England striker.
All it goes from the Argentine free kick. Oliveira sending it forward. Espinillo, well challenged by England and Dan English. Knocked out over the far sideboard. They'll have to put a new ball on the pitch. And it will be an England change as Roy Turner is going to come on. Walsh is going through his paces. Brendan Coleman will make way, as there is a loud cheer for Roy Turner as he's going to come on. And Argentina also going to make a change. Maximiliano Espinillo is going to come off for the second time today, and he will be replaced by the number 10, Brajan Pereira, who will be introduced here for Argentina. Did start the game. Did not see the rest of that first half out, but he has now come on with 11 minutes remaining of this second half, which is goalless, by the way. England have got themselves a free kick here to try and catch Argentina out. They have taken it short. Has now gone to English. It was Turnham who first touch was to give it to Daniel English with a short pass. Moving now towards the halfway line. Deldo fouled Turnham. Turnham gets up. However, though, the referee has now pulled that back and has given the free kick in England's favour. It almost feels like at the moment any decision that goes against the Argentines, they will almost feel like they need some justification as to why that's been given a foul, because they're probably still a little bit aggrieved that they probably didn't get a penalty or a free kick just a few minutes ago.
Yes, it was a little bit close, and they were a little bit upset that they didn't get it. But we've got two good referees on here. We got a lad from Belgium on the far side and a German referee on this near side. So they're good international referees.
Yeah, Christian Young, the German, on the near side. Tom de Bruyn on the far side of Belgium. She said two good referees who have been using this tournament already. Here is now Brajan Pereira into the penalty area. He goes. Bainbridge went down, won the ball. Nothing of the man was touched. That's good work by the England captain, and he's gone a long old way. He goes down. Eventually he's able to get back up and was still able to make a challenge whilst he was on the ground. So making use of being the defender he is and always going in for tackles. Here is now Froyan Padilla. It's the far side board now, finding Brajan Pereira. Oliveira challenging with Shimwell. Footing by English. England have every outfielder back in their half. The ball was on the halfway line. Here is now Shimwell. This is where they want him. Taken away from him there by Froyan Padilla, who battles away. Shimwell's got to try and get a foot in. Padilla in a very dangerous area inside his own penalty area. Bit of uncertainty. And Herman Mullet with a panic clearance. Of course, he couldn't pick it up from the sort of back pass, and the England guide, Lewis Skyes, almost saying, hey, if he's going to pick it up, there's surely got to be an indirect free kick, but eventually he didn't and just sent it clear. Anywhere will do, but there did seem, when Shimwell was getting close to the penalty area, a lot of worried faces amongst the Argentinian players there.
Yeah, it was great pressure by Effie. He didn't give it up, kept on pressing, and all the time the Argentine defender was getting closer to his goalkeeper. And when he did pass it back, obviously the goalkeeper was less time to react, and he was not a happy bunny. But we've got an Argentine player down in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, we do indeed. The Argentinian player down is Oliveira, who might come off because there is going to be a change. Oviedo is going to be coming on. He had that chance in the first half, which he stabbed straight at Dylan Malpass. So it will be Oliveira to go off, helped off by Herman Mulek. But one thing I was just going to touch upon, Effie Shimwell, what he's done really well, he's had a great attitude all game, because he's never almost got into his mind he's going to lose a battle, is it? He knows he might not win the ball directly, but he'll put the pressure on, he'll drop the opposition back. That's a great mentality to have, isn't it? And it really can do wonders, because it's going to get your team up the pitch, isn't it?
Yeah, he seems to have this philosophy: if I can't win it, I'm going to make it darn difficult for them. And one of my teammates might be able to pick the ball up. So he's very unselfish, and he's doing a really good job for England out there, and Adam Bendel.
Herman Mulek's throw has gone off the back foot of Effie Shimwell. He was battling away with Brajan Pereira. Has he got the muscle to fight him off? He has. Turnham looking to get away from Oviedo, who's just come on. We've got 9 minutes to be exact left. Goalless it is between Argentina and England. Here is now Shimwell trying to run through. Foot comes in by Brajan Pereira. They just can't seem to get the ball off Shimwell. Every time they tackle him, it just seems to come back to him. Almost as a bit like a boomerang, that ball at the moment for Shimwell. Deldo with the shot from the halfway line. It's on the 14-metre line for England. Here's Bainbridge. And it is able to give it to Dylan Malpass with the left-footed ball across the floor. Malpass now to Shimwell. Furthest player forward for England. Well, shoots! Nearly found a way past Herman Mulek. He did everything brilliantly, as well as Roy Turnham makes a challenge. And it's a forward pass to Dylan Malpass, who did not want that. Real hospital ball. Lurking was Ignacio Oviedo, and my goodness me, Roy Turnham must have been worrying for days had he seen that back pass go to Ignacio Oviedo. Luckily for him, it didn't, as Argentina have managed to get themselves a corner, as there has been a timeout called before this corner can be taken. But we've just seen a bit of brilliance from England, and Shimwell nearly going close to really something untidy in terms of that shot, or that pass I should say, from Turnham to Malpass.
Yeah, Effie's done really, really well, and at the moment he's he's looking the more likely, to be fair. There's very little backlift on that, and he's got a good shot off. The keeper, he's quite comfortably saved it, but it's a step in the right direction. Just looking at that last incident there with Dylan and with I think it was Roy. Now, from our commentary position, which is about sort of 10 metres away from Dylan's goal, I clearly hear Dylan shout, "Leave it." And he wasn't listened to, and Roy stopped the ball from going out. The ball was going out for a goal clearance, no problem. He stopped it. Then I clearly hear Dylan saying, "Away," and Roy tried to play it back and created panic stations in the back there. So the communication, they've got to listen. You must listen. That communication is coming across, and try and take it on board. But they got away with that one.
The goalkeeper is, of course, the only player on the pitch, barring the officials and obviously all the guides and whatnot that can see. So his word is the perfect one, isn't it? I mean, obviously if they choose not to listen to him and do their own thing, then they're running the risk of potentially causing trouble and playing themselves into danger. But one thing about Dylan Malpass, he did mention how he could be feeling a bit hoarse. He's still got some ability to still shout instructions out, that's for sure. I don't know how much he's got left, given he's been very vocal from the word go as the England goalkeeper in all yellow.
Yeah, I've worked with Dylan over a number of years, and he's a right proper character, and he works really hard at his game. And even in practice, if he concedes a goal in practice, he's as miserable as sin. So he's an ultimate professional.
Argentina will have this corner. Brajan Pereira and Angel Deldo are over on that far side. They have taken it. Trying to get it into the penalty area for Oviedo with Brajan Pereira. England clear. Ball is on that far side. Argentina corner, so the England defence aren't going anywhere for now. Just under 8 minutes to play. Still no breakthrough here in this one between Argentina and England. One more game to come, and it comes in this group. Germany take on China. Corner is taken again. This time they decide to just bring it to the 14-metre line. Does Brajan Pereira. It's a chance for Argentina. And Oviedo, left-footed shot, was gently hit towards Malpass. It really shouldn't have been that. And it really should have been a lot harder. And England have probably got away with one there. And Oviedo knows he should have done a lot better with it. There is now English. Can England step it up? They've just gone a little bit flat over the last few minutes. Deldo with the challenge, well won. Certainly looks like one side's only going to win this at the moment, and it's unfortunately not going to be England, I'm afraid. Oviedo just knocking it over to the near side. Brajan Pereira, last touch is off Pereira, and out for a goal kick it goes. That's better from Roy Turnham there, is tight. If he knows he's not going to win it, just don't let the Argentines continue.
Yeah, he's listened to Dylan that time, and there you go. We start with a goal clearance, and there's a bit of a hold-up again. We've got a substitution. It's going to be a change for Argentina. Oviedo is going to go off. Off he goes again. As there will be another change, and England are also going to make one. We're going to see an introduction to the game for IBSA Amjad, which is, of course, at home games for him. He is West Midlands based, as Oliveira comes on for Argentina meanwhile. And Effie Shimwell is going to be coming off for England, and IBSA Amjad is going to come on, hopefully looking to come on and change the game and make himself a hero. He's getting into that territory now where one goal for England is probably going to win this game. Yeah, it's getting a bit squeaky bum time, I think is what you call it. Yeah, so it's been a good game so far. I've enjoyed this today, whichever way it goes. I didn't enjoy the German game on Tuesday.
It's never nice to see your own country lose at any sport, is it? And hopefully England can get a victory in their second game. They're very much in this, that is for sure. It hasn't been one-way traffic for a 0-0 draw. Certainly Argentina probably don't want two scoreless games, do they, in this group stage? That will go out of play for a corner kick. Argentina tried to play it off and tried to play it quickly, but the officials And Tom De Bruyne on that side say, no, it is a corner kick. And I think even Herman Mulek was very surprised at that when it was very, very clear that it came off an Argentina player last. But obviously he didn't think so, and it will be an England corner from the right side of the pitch. Of course, the England guide now, Novoselic, can give out his instructions to the England players because they are in his zone. Of course, the coach, Adam Bendel and Dylan Malpass, had to remain quiet. He's taken, Turnham just runs into traffic. Argentina come away with it, and coming away with it is Deldo. Good run by the captain, right-footed. They have been a little bit more open and a bit more for getting the ball on the floor in this game of the Argentines. Amjad involved, battling away, fouls Angel Deldo, and it will be a Argentina free kick. But you don't mind substitutes doing that, putting themselves about a bit, just showing the appetite that they want to win the ball back and not allow Argentina to build a patient attack. And Issa Amjad penalised for a foul, and it will be an Argentina free kick.
Yeah, he's just a little bit rash there, and sudden rush of blood to the head, and he's taking the player out. But I know Issa well, and yeah, he's a good lad, and he, as I say, it's his first international tournament, so he'll learn from this.
Argentina take the free kick, then they go on with Padilla. Shot comes in, and English can sit down and almost get some potential treatment on that sort of ball into his midriff. He has to carry on. Is Brajan Pereira. Bainbridge standing up well defensively. Both sides have been quite strong, actually, to be fair. There's been minimal chance on goal in this second half, and going on is Turnham. Foul and a free kick. Froyan Padilla with the foul just before the halfway line. England free kick with just over 5 minutes to play is still England 0, Argentina 0.
Right, yeah, there was a clear no void from the Argentine then, and Dan English is getting, he's getting a little bit of treatment.
Yeah, now he can get it. I think it was one of those that is quite sore if you're a man. We don't need to describe where it's actually ended up sort of hitting him, we think. But of course, with this now is a chance to, as we've seen throughout this tournament, try and make use of it. Is often these sort of situations when there is a timeout and a sort of drinks break or that little break in play, is it always that real good opportunity to really make it work, or is it sometimes one of those a little bit overstated? It is just more a case of just letting the players have a breather rather than just sort of maybe thinking of something new, perhaps, Dixie. You've obviously seen it on both sides as a player and as obviously working as a coach.
Yeah, obviously, there might be some fine-tuning to do that the coach can get onto the pitch during the game, because he can't talk over his thirds, and so you'll fine-tune it. But I think mainly they were worried about Dan, and they wanted to make sure that he was okay, because he was clearly struggling, even though he managed to get back to his feet and put another tackle in after he'd had the ball in the midriff. They were clearly worried about him, because as soon as the ball went out, he stopped and collapsed on the floor. So I think that was a wise decision. Use your timeout for something important rather than wasting it. So we got a free kick here just in the middle third. Dan English and is it Owen over it? I think so.
Yeah, it is an England free kick that will restart this game. Dan English luckily is okay, doesn't need to be taken off. There's Bainbridge is behind him, will just knock it into the front of English. Right-footed stab punt forward ball, which has gone straight to a light blue and white striped shirt. Argentina now on the board, or they did with Brajan Pereira, but Owen Bainbridge brings it out. Coming past the centre circle into the Argentina half, up to the 14-metre line. Angel Deldo is strong. Florian Padilla now taking hold of it for Argentina. He's now just dribbling into the England half of the pitch. Hits it against an England player. It's an Argentina corner, which Padilla's done well to get, to be fair, because he was a fair old way out. He must have been about 8 metres out or so. Hits it, took a deflection, out for a corner it goes, as Argentina is just over 5 minutes to play. Look to try and get the all-important first goal of this game, which may, with so little time left, prove to be the win if they are to get it. And so I've got this corner over on this Far side, right to left, Amjid, Bainbridge and English, the three players. Two Argentina players on the near side and Deldo just in front of the wall. Here's now Brajan Pereira up to the 14-metre line. He's playing it with himself, gets the shot away, blocked by Bainbridge. It is a good block. He gets away from Deldo, brings England and the ball up the pitch. Bainbridge then shot. Maybe just rushed it a little bit there as he tried to fire it towards goal. Turnham's got to get his body up. It will go out of play for a goal kick, as he did hold off the advances of Brajan Pereira. Malpass looks to his right, throws it to the feet of Dan English, who's up to the 14-metre line for England in the Argentina half. Chance to surely pass it to Issa Amjid, doesn't, wants to carry on himself. Challenge goes in by Angel Deldo, and we're maybe now starting to see, Dixie, good defensive play outweigh good attacking play, because both sides have really frustrated the life and nullified out of both attacks.
Yeah, that's true enough, Matt. They're cancelling each other out a little bit, but I say we still got, what, is it 4 minutes to go? I can't quite see. 4 minutes to go, it's a long time, and you just need a little bit of magic. It looks like England have got a corner, I think.
Yeah, they have got a corner there.
England have got a corner down there, so yeah, it only takes a couple of seconds to score, and it looks like we've got a substitution just about to take place as well.
Yeah, Shinwell's going to come on. The camera pans to him. He's very close to our position as England are going to make the change. And Issa Amjid is going to be the player to come off. Probably only been on a couple of minutes, but Shinwell will be the player to come on for him. Maybe this is just a pure tactical move, as they will probably just think Shinwell's probably maybe better equipped to find a winning goal for England than maybe Amjid. That's no disrespect on Issa Amjid, that, by the way.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah, just F is just a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger, and they're just probably thinking, right, but let's get someone up front who's got a bit of muscle and can bulldoze their way through, and yeah, so hopefully FA can do that.
England will have the corner on the near side. Tell you what, if England do score, you can imagine the atmosphere in this place will be very, very good. And yet again, we've seen Maximiliano Espinillo be a little bit premature in trying to block the England corner. That's at least a third offence he's done now.
Yeah, that's really, that's a yellow card.
But they've been light, and he did go again. He did just mention it there, Dixie. Seemingly he's trying to do it as many times as he can until he actually gets booked. He's trying to prove a point, I think, to the officials, as the corner doesn't come to anything. Inside England's half now, Argentina press with Froyan Padilla. Batting away is Dan English. He's done very, very well, uses his frame well. Here is now Maximiliano Espinillo, the only Argentine player in the England half. Don't let him shoot, don't let him get his space, and he's nearly scored. When a Malpass was diving, dived down low on his near side. Espinillo with the effort, trying to find the near top corner of Malpass's goal, fires it just wide. That's a good opportunity, that, for Argentina. Was then making a dramatic slide to get his body in the way of it was Oliveira. Now towards Espinillo, who will keep it in play, and he will cleverly get a corner with the ball coming off Dan English. And with just over 3 minutes to play, maybe it's now Argentina's turn to have a dominant spell here in this second half.
Looking at a replay. Yeah, Dylan's got the post well covered. Good effort by the Argentina. He's bundling his way through really quickly, and yeah, he unleashes a good shot. He's just 2 or 3 foot past the near post.
So Argentina have a corner. Whilst the replay is still showing as Espinillo gets it from this corner. He's about 8 metres out, looking to shoot here. Bainbridge doesn't want to let him do it. He was never going to score from that position as he shot on his left foot. There was a good block in there. It will be a England goal clearance to restart. Brandon Coleman any minute now is going to be coming on for England. Over to our left, the far pitch behind the sideboard. The Chinese are getting ready to warm up as Dan English is about to shoot, and there were 2 Argentina players in the way. Forced the ball to come off. Dan English lasted it. Oh no, it does appear as though and has gone for a corner. The number 4, Froyan Padilla, was not happy about that, as it certainly gripe the Argentines that decision. With just over 3 minutes to play, it is a corner as the camera pans in on one of the Argentine coaching members who is a bit apoplectic about certain decisions going against his side, he feels.
Yeah, Luis Squires behind the goal. It was great. He picked up the ball and running over to the corner play, put it down, made the referee's mind up for him. But it was a corner. There's no doubt about it. He's done it again, 15. You cannot move to the ball's played. The referee's whistle doesn't indicate a start of the game. The ball moving indicates the start of the game.
Well, they've not had that talking to with him, Maximiliano Espinillo, have they? So I guess if he doesn't know they're talking to him, he's going to just carry on doing it. And it's a bit of a ropey touch by Bainbridge. It just bounces off him, and England have conceded. It feels like a pretty needless corner as Argentina have a chance to go up the pitch and get more of their outfielders in the England half, as we still yet to see Brandon Coleman enter the field of play. He looks to come on for the second time in this game. That you can cut the tension with a knife in this stadium or in this venue. As the trees are blowing, Argentina take the corner short. Here is Espinillo looking for room to shoot, and does shoot. Wide of the goal it goes. There's Espinillo. Tried the right-footed effort, but Dylan Malpass comfortably sees it fly past him. He did have him diving though. Certainly does get a good strike on the ball, and Espinillo wins it off of Roy Turnham. Espinillo goes on over to the left-hand side, just turns away from it. Made it to get onto his right foot to shoot, and does. It's a vital block. In the way of it was, I think, Roy Turnham. There were several red shirts in the way of it. Bainbridge is battling with Angel Deldo. Free kick given. Tom De Bruyne has given it. Christian Young was actually going to let the play continue, but it is an Argentine free kick. About sort of 12 metres out here. I don't actually think it was actually for that Deldo foul, because that's slightly further up than where the ball has just been stopped by Tom De Bruyne, as Argentina have got themselves a free kick about sort of 12 metres out.
Yeah, I think the infringement happened a little bit earlier in the phase of play there, and Tom De Bruyne had let the play go on, and it was quite obvious there's no advantage occurred, so he's brought it back, and it's fair enough. It's a good decision. If there's an opportunity to give a bit of an advantage, the attacking team should have that opportunity.
Well, the guide for Argentina, Marcelo Gonzalez, finding this the perfect time to have a bit of an explanation from Christian Young why there has not been a decision go his way. I think possibly for some fouls in this game. That's got an answer for that. Now, it does have to be quiet because he's got a more important job to do, which is to, of course, tap the posts for this Argentina free kick about 10 or 12 metres out. England told to be kept quiet. As Dylan Malpass gets his wall sorted. All four in there. Two tallest players, Shimwell and English. English the left furthest side of it. Shimwell in between Turnham and Bainbridge. Both considerably a lot smaller than Nephi Shimwell. And it will be hit by Espinillo, but actually cannons off his own player Angel Deldo, which England will not mind at all. Here comes Padilla. Shot comes in, and it's off target and very close to actually hitting me in the leg in our commentary position. We are very close to potentially, if a wayward shot goes in our direction, then we are quite susceptible and running the risk of the ball actually striking one part of our body. But here come Argentina now though. Maximiliano Espinillo, brilliant effort, and it's a brilliant stop by Dylan Malpass. He was stretched and he was very flexible in keeping out Espinillo, who must have thought he found a way past the England goalkeeper. That might be the best save he's made of the day.
Yeah, first of all, it was a great run by the Argentine player, and he's unleashed a fantastic shot into Dylan's right-hand corner, and Dylan's leapt across, got his hand on it, but more importantly, he's kept it. All right, it hasn't gone out of his box, and he's dragged it in and set England off on another attack.
Yeah, the elasticity of Dylan Malpass was brilliant there. Not going to quite be using it here as the ball has gone out of play. Espinillo is unable to keep that one in play, so it will be an England goal clearance. As Dylan Malpass will take it. find Roy Turnham. Pressured by Espinillo, who carries on. Pulled down, was he? He was. Free kick. Turnham did have his hands on the top of the right side of Espinillo, who I did actually think made a bit of a meal of that. But it was certainly enough for a free kick, but certainly did want to emphasise that he was fouled just that little bit more, as we are down into the final minute, as Argentina look to strike a real hammer blow to England and dampen England's chances of finishing in the top two.
Yeah, Christian the referee was quite close to that, and he's given the decision against Roy. Roy wasn't particularly happy. The guide was happy. You can't please all the people all the time as being a referee. You keep one side happy and the other side's miserable. So, but yeah, as I say, at least Christian was in a good position to give that decision.
Brandon Coleman's been waiting for a good few minutes to come on for England, but I think now he's probably understood with 52 seconds left that I don't think that's going to be happening. Christian Young tells Dylan Malpass to be quiet. He wants complete silence as Argentina about to line up this free kick. Guide very much close to the near post of Dylan Malpass's goal, away to his left. Sort of sprawling round at the moment. Like a cat is sort of Dylan Malpass in his standing position. He's organising his walk as meticulous as it can get. Certainly Dixie knows all about trying to get his wall right in front of him.
Yeah, I think what the problem is here, under the new laws, if you put an attacker in the wall, he's got to be at least a metre in front of the defensive wall. And the Argentine players just drop him back into the wall all the time, and it looks like Dan's pushing him. But he should be a metre in front of it. There should be a clear gap there all the time. There is now. And,
yellow card is shown in Dan English's direction. Clearly, his protests have led to him having that booking. As Tom De Bruyne has shown one of the Argentina staff members a yellow card as well, I think. There's been a fair old wait and delay to this free kick.
Yeah, Dan's just saying, what have I done? And I quite agree with him. He has moved. But the Argentine player's just taking little steps back all the time, and he's getting in on top of him. It looks like we're set to go now.
Tap away from the guide for Argentina, Marcelo Gonzalez. How do Argentina go about this free kick? Always quite interesting to see what move they make from this. Espinillo gives it to Oliveira, who hits it. It will bounce off the sideboard, won't go out for a corner kick. Now coming forward with it for England is English. Coming up towards the halfway line, comes off his left foot. It's just disappeared, that real energy and intensity to England's game, hasn't it? Second half performances, quite a poor show from England. English goes down, but they have got themselves a free kick, and that has got a few cheers and no doubt a little bit of encouragement back in the England group of players and staffers. They may just throw on it for the final 25 seconds. Possibly Brandon Coleman here, who looked like he was going to come on, been waiting a few minutes, then they abandoned that idea, and now he might be coming on after all. And English will make way on a yellow card, certainly protecting him as he's going to come off. Brandon Coleman is now going to go on, and I think Dan English is actually struggling. Maybe that injury that he sort of got where he took a block in the midriff is maybe causing him the issues now, as he's going to come off and play probably no further part in this game.
Yeah, I think he's really disappointed he's been given a yellow card, and to a certain degree I've got to agree with him as well. To my mind, looking at what we could see, he hadn't done anything wrong at all, and he's obviously disappointed with that. But here we go, we've got a free kick, was it 15 metres out? And 20 odd seconds to go, I believe. This could be England's final chance.
Yeah, 7 fouls have been made in this second half. It has been quite fiery a little bit tempestuous. England free kick. There's an opportunity now for Coleman. Wide it goes. Well, that would have been an absolute dream impact from the bench from Coleman there, but wide of the target it goes. Here's now Espinillo. Bainbridge has got to hold him off. As the clock is ticking down, Espinillo's inside the England penalty area. Brilliant work to just sweep in there by Roy Turnham. He's got to bring it forward. Is he going to get a shot away with a few seconds left? Not quite. As the buzzer will sound, it's a second goalless draw in a row for Argentina, but the England spectators in attendance give a warm round of applause. There was a lot better from England, certainly an improvement on the result, as they've managed to get a point as opposed to their first game, losing narrowly 1-0 to the Germans. So it still keeps them in contention. They did have some of their moments, particularly better than they were in the second half, where England. Argentina, perhaps the better in the second half. Dylan Malpass made some strong saves in the game to keep it at 0-0 and get England a clean sheet. As the handshakes go around, here's some of the highlights from the contest overall. Some of them coming here in this second half. Oviedo's left-footed shot, well held by Dylan Malpass. He was probably expecting to have the ball fired right at him rather than just sort of gently stroked to him, as Oviedo just sort of saw the ball come off him rather than him direct a shot towards goal. Espinillo would force a save out of Dylan Malpass to come, but there's the first of his attempts as he struck it right with his right foot. As that effort would sail past Dylan Malpass on his near side. And he was the real threat, was Maximiliano Espinillo. Probably a player who was probably quite lucky not to get booked, because he was always quick before the England corners were taken to jump out. And here's another attempt of his where he was off target from a little bit further out this time. A bit more central, but was off target with that attempt, as it was actually close to our position rather than closer to Dylan Malpass's goal. He's involved again. Maximiliano Espinillo carried on going, drove forward, shot came in, and that's the save from Dylan Malpass. Probably an actually underrated type save, because he used all his elasticity and all his flexibility to save, and I think he'd been watching Dixie Dean videos with a save like that, because it was a top-notch save that was a goal-saving one for England, and that's how it finished. So England on the board in Group B. Still, though, yet to get off the mark in terms of scoring a goal at their home tournament. They'll be certainly keeping a close eye, both them and Argentina, on how Germany and China fare in our last game of the day and in this group. Full time in England and Argentina's second game. Argentina 0, England 0.